How's it going, you guys? AZPlow21 back again with another episode of our UFC save in WMMA 5, and here today we have UFC Fight Night Oliveira versus Turner. As you can see, live from Georgia, an 8-card main card here for the Georgian fans. 18 fights in total for them that they get to enjoy. Our next episode is going to be UFC Fight Night Kasem versus Ho. Nadia Kasem taking on Mayrong Ho in a strawweight main event there. That should be a pretty good one. We're making our way towards UFC 301 Sandhagen versus Song. 2 title fights on that one. It should be a pretty good one. Let's take a look at our rankings before we get going. Nothing going on at heavyweight or light heavyweight for that matter. At middleweight, Wellington Turman now ranked at number 19. At welterweight, nothing going on. Super lightweight, same thing. At lightweight, Gavin Hughes and Gary Tonin switch spots at 10 and 13 respectfully. At featherweight, nothing going on. Same thing at bantamweight and flyweight. Women's featherweight, Janae Harding takes over the number 1 spot after beating Megan Anderson, who falls down to number 4. We do have Cyborg fighting Marina Moknat-Kina for the featherweight championship in the near future. I would imagine that Janae Harding will be awaiting the winner of that one. Women's bantamweight, Sumiko Fukushi takes the number 18 spot. Women's flyweight, Na Liang makes a huge jump up to number 14 after getting a big win over, who was it? Over Liana Jojua. Jumps up a huge deal. Shiri Kondo also ranked. Miranda Granger also makes a little bit of a jump up to number 15. Nothing at strawweight other than Priscilla Gall now being ranked. And at wait, hold on. That's it. Yeah, Priscilla Gall being ranked. So yeah, let's go ahead and get it going. UFC Fight Night Oliveira versus Turner in Georgia. Suman Mokhtarian taking on Junior De La Rosa in the featherweight division, and we have De La Rosa in a fantastic fight, getting it done. He's now 3-2 in the UFC. Diego Sanchez taking on Magomed Nurov in the 175 division, and Nurov getting a TKO win in round number 1, the 14th win of his career. Moving along, Sabaru Hada at 185, a huge favorite over Torbjorn Madsen, and he gets an RNC in round number 2, the 10th win of his career. Anton Vyazagan, a huge favorite over Simon Bayor at heavyweight, and it is Vyazagan knocking out Bayor in round number 1. Moving along, Norbert Novenyi Jr. taking on Brendan Allen in the middleweight division, and it's Novenyi taking a split decision over Brendan Allen, the 11th win of his career. Still very young. Moving right along, it's Bruce Soto taking on Luan Chagas in the welterweight division. Pretty even fight between both of these Brazilians, and it's Bruce Soto getting it done via split decision in a decent fight, the 4th win in his UFC career. Charles Air Jourdain taking on Matt Steamroller Fravola in the lightweight division. Fravola, the small favorite, but it's Air Jourdain getting the armbar submission, the 7th win of his UFC career. Jose Lima Santiago taking on Bryce Thug Nasty Mitchell, and it's Jose Santiago getting it done via unanimous decision, the 2nd win of his career. Jack Shore taking on Amon Zahabi in the bantamweight division. Shore is a small underdog, and it is Zahabi getting it done via TKO, the 14th win of his career. Moving right along, Roberto Sanchez in our final prelim taking on Kurban Gadzhiev, a minus 500 favorite nearly, and Roberto Sanchez gets it done despite being an underdog, the flyweight keeping his ranking at number 25. First main card fight, and it's Claudia Ray taking on Yana Kunitskaya in the bantamweight division. Very even fight between these two, and it's Kunitskaya getting the TKO in round number 3. 6th win of her UFC career, and she needed that one desperately. It looks like these two fought recently. Not sure why they fought again, but there you go. That's more of an error on my part, honestly. Ji-yeon So taking on Bruna Ellen in the flyweight division, and it's Ji-yeon So getting the unanimous decision victory despite being an underdog, a win in her UFC career, in her debut, I should say. Stefan Struve taking on Ante Delija in the heavyweight division, And it's Stefan Struve with the guillotine choke in round number 1, the 33rd victory of his career, probably keeping his ranking as a result. Makoto Takahashi taking on Giannis Kolvinskis, the man out of Estonia. Power punch Kolvinskis gets it done via unanimous decision. The 11th win of his career, perfect 3-0 now in the UFC, including a win over Mighty Mouse. Angela Lee taking on Claudia Gadelha. Gadelha did miss weight and will be moving up to flyweight after this. In real life, I didn't even know that Gadelha's retired. I didn't even know she had retired already, but kudos to her. Angela Lee, a plus 200 underdog, and Angela Lee gets it done via unanimous decision. That's now 6 straight wins now for her. She's got to be considered for maybe a top 15, top 10 position. Modestas Bukauskas taking on Ryan Darth Bader in the light heavyweight division. Ryan Bader, of course, former Bellator champion, making his way over to the UFC, and it has not really gone his way. Or not the way that he would have liked at the very least. Take a look at Bukauskas. 7-2 in the UFC, including 6 straight wins. The last one being over Vadim Nemkov. Ryan Bader, on the other hand, coming off 2 straight losses to Tyson Pedro and Luke Rockhold. I would probably imagine that he might lose this one too. I mean, he's a big favorite over Bukauskas, 10 years older, and it is Ryan Darth Bader getting a TKO win over the younger Modestas Bukauskas. So good for him. The old man still getting it done. As we arrive at our co-main event of the evening, Shaywas Ubada taking on Faith the Immortal McMaw in the featherweight division. McMaw 1-3 in the UFC, coming off a loss to Leah McCourt. And on the other side, you have Shaywas Ubada making her UFC debut, low-level national, coming over from Invicta, where she had a pretty good time, including a win over Kayla Harrison. She is a huge favorite here in the featherweight division, but it does not matter. Wow. A huge upset. Faith the Immortal McMaw, TKO in round number 2. Wow, what an upset. It was supposed to be setting up Ubada to be like this next star at featherweight. Nope, McMaw with the big win. Charles DeBronx Oliveira taking on JALIN Turner in our main event of the evening. JALIN Turner 9-2 in his UFC career, including 4 straight wins, the last one over Paul Felder. Charles Oliveira, number 11 in the division, coming off 2 straight losses to Gamrot and Kennedy. Very, very tough opponents. I mean, all of his losses in the save has been very tough opponents. Gillespie, Dariush, Ferguson, Gamrot again, and then Kennedy. Very tough opponents. So he takes on JALIN Turner, and he is a slight favorite. Let's get it going. It is our main event of the evening. Your referee, Mark Goddard. But JALIN Turner, young kid, you know, on the rise. Hard to see what's really going to happen here. Oliveira trying some trickery on the bottom. Full mount on Turner. Getting rocked. Oliveira blocks Turner as he tries to sweep. Not much going on in round 1. Comes to a close. Round 1 goes the way of Oliveira. Triangle choke. Can't get it. Oliveira again, the triangle choke. Can't get it to go. Time expires, and we have come to the end of round number 2. And apparently Turner won that round. Scores with the right cross, and now Oliveira is cut. Cut under the eye of Charles de Bronx Oliveira. Again, looking for that triangle. He can't get it. Triangle choke. Still no. Another triangle attempt. Round 3 comes to a close. They think Turner won it. Cutman trying to work on Oliveira. Doing some good work on the bottom, but Turner's equal to it in top control. Turner trying to take Oliveira down. He can't get it. Still no. Oliveira pulls guard. Oliveira has his back. Body triangle, rear naked choke attempt, and he gets it. 4th round, he gets the body triangle locked in, gets the rear naked choke, and your winner by submission is Charles de Bronx Oliveira. Nicely done by the veteran, able to get it done in front. It was not a very well received fight card. Didn't lose any popularity. Let's see if we have to give out some 100Ks here. First round finishes. Only one here for Stefan Struve. One here for Vyazigan and one here for Nurov. Not a lot of first round finishes. Make a tiny little profit here. Highest paid fighters on the night include Ryan Bader, Stefan Struve, and Diego Sanchez. So that's going to do it for this one. Like I mentioned, our next episode is going to be UFC Fight Night Ho versus Kasem, or Kasem versus Ho, however you want to pronounce it. But we are making our way towards UFC 301, Sandhagen versus Song. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I mentioned, leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. I'm AZPlow21, and I will see you at the fights.